It's 10 p.m. Your brain is static. Your soul is buffering. And instead of doom scrolling through 500 thumbnails of content you won't remember tomorrow, you click The Office, Season 3, Episode 14, for the 12th time. And the second Jim glances at the camera after Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, you exhale like your nervous system just got a standing ovation. This isn't a failure of imagination, it's your brain whispering, "Take me home." And yet, we feel guilty about it. Culture sold us a lie. Novelty equals growth. Rewatching equals stagnation. But here's the truth bomb nobody's talking about. Your brain doesn't just crave new dopamine, it craves anticipatory dopamine, the kind that hits right before Michael awkwardly hugs Pam. Not because you're surprised, it's because you knew it was coming, and your brain rewarded you for remembering. That's not laziness, that's neurological homecoming. So why does your brain beg for rewinds? 3 reasons. Number 1, control in a world that won't stop screaming. Layoffs, climate dread, algorithmic chaos. But in Pawnee, Leslie Knope always wins. For 22 minutes, cause and effect still work. Effort leads to resolution. Chaos gets edited out. You're not avoiding reality, you're rehearsing hope. Number 2, parasocial lifelines. Dwight won't ghost you. Leslie won't cancel you. Michael will embarrass himself so you don't have to. These aren't just characters, they're emotional infrastructure when your group chat goes silent. Number 3, identity reinforcement. You don't rewatch Gilmore Girls for the coffee, you rewatch it to reconnect with the version of you who believed fast-talking optimism could armor you against heartbreak. Comfort shows aren't escapes, they're time machines to who you still are underneath the burnout. In 2020, Netflix saw a 40% surge in rewatches, not new shows, old ones. Because when the future became a horror movie, our brains reached for the one thing that still had an ending. This wasn't escapism, it was psychological triage. Frontline workers, parents, people living alone. They weren't bored, they were drowning, and the Great British Bake Off was their life raft. Here's the cruel irony. Hustle culture calls this stagnation. Algorithms punish loyalty. They want you chasing, never settling. Even therapy TikTok whispers, "Are you avoiding your feelings?" But let's draw the line clearly. Using media to regulate is self-care. Using media to numb is avoidance. The difference isn't runtime, it's intention. Watching Parks and Rec after a hard day isn't hiding, it's emotional pacing, giving your nervous system runway before takeoff. Ancient humans didn't gather around fires for news stories, they heard Odysseus again, Beowulf again, the Ramayana again. Not because they forgot the ending, but because meaning isn't extracted in one pass. At 16, you watched Harry Potter for magic. At 26, for grief and chosen family. At 36, for the quiet courage of showing up terrified. The story didn't change, you did, and it held space for both of you. So if you've ever felt weird about rewatching Friends for the 8th time or cueing Pride and Prejudice every winter like emotional Hugo, hear this. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're doing one of the oldest human things there is, using story as sanctuary. In a world demanding constant upgrade, new apps, new trauma, new crises, choosing the familiar isn't regression, it's resistance. Resistance against the lie that you must always be consuming more instead of returning to what makes you feel whole. Sometimes the most radical act isn't chasing the next big thing. It's having the courage to say, "I don't need new, I need true." And if that truth comes with a laugh track and a theme song you know by heart, so be it. Your comfort show isn't a failure of taste. It's a sanctuary you built before you knew you'd need it. And every time you return, when the world feels sharp and unpredictable, you're not hiding, you're coming home. Not to the show, to yourself, to the version of you that still believes in happy endings, in friendship that lasts, in small victories mattering. That belief isn't naive, it's necessary. So next time you click play next episode on a show you've seen a dozen times, don't apologize. Don't scroll for something better. Just exhale. Let Jim's smirk hit on cue. Let the theme song wrap around you like a weighted blanket. And remember, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is give yourself permission to rest in what you already know.
If this gave you permission to rewatch without shame, hit subscribe. Because in a world obsessed with the next thing, sometimes the most radical act is to love what you already have.